Everybody try to talk about him. I'm going to talk about Tyreek Hill. Got arrested in front of the stadium on Sunday before he went to work and was able to get back and get into work at 1 o'clock. Now, this is interesting. This is interesting because there's fault that lies on both sides, and then there's like the causation versus effect. Like, did Tyreek's behavior cause that police officer to kind of lose his mind on a power trip? But on the same token, did what Tyreek do? Did he do what he's supposed to do to be able to prevent that power trip? So there's always a nice like intermediate push and pull to how we get into these extremes. So apparently Tyreek was driving three times the speed limit. Three times the speed limit. So what that tells me instantly, that's not just speeding. That's reckless endangerment in driving. Because if you're able to go three times the speed limit, chances are that's a place where pedestrians or people who are walking are nearby. So you have a very good chance of killing somebody pretty easily if you're going three times over the speed limit. Because once again, like if you're driving on the freeway and the speed limit's like 80 miles per hour, it's pretty hard to get to 240. 240 is not a very easy thing to get to. But if you're in a place that's like 30 miles per hour or 25 miles per hour, that's about the only section that you can get to about three times the speed limit, unless he's going 150 on a 50. But even if you're going 150 on a 50, he's like, Jesus Christ, brother. Like, nigga, there's a reason that the speed limit is set the way that it is. But once again, human beings don't think about math. They don't think about these things because most human beings are functionally illiterate. Guess what? Take where you're going to be. But anyway, as I watch the interaction, I'm watching Tyreek get pulled over. First of all, if you're driving three times the speed limit, like, bro, you're going to jail. You need to go to jail. There should be no, like, if, ands talking or anything like that. It's like, get your ass in the fucking police car because you are doing reckless endangerment. You are putting people's lives at risk. So I'm not even playing with you. Get your ass in the fucking police car. We got to go. Because clearly, you don't have common sense to realize I shouldn't be going 150 in the 50, or I shouldn't be going 130, and so forth and so forth. So off of that, just off rip, Tyreek kind of got a blessing by not just getting pulled off the car in the first place. Because I'm telling you, you're going to jail. There's nothing to talk about. And you're a professional athlete. Maybe I might be a hater. Maybe, but I'm just like, bro, there's no reason for you to be like this. Like, you're risking people's lives and you play a ball game that gets you paid ridiculous amount. But once again, Tyreek Hill is the type of dude that has, like, what, 7, 8 kids with 3 or 4 different baby mamas. So, I mean, at that point, I don't think he makes very wise decisions in life. And this is why I think a lot of football players and like guys that are athletes, they kind of just need handlers. I don't think they should be allowed to run amongst society with people who have common sense, because these people don't live in a common world. And so if you don't get to live in a common world, then chances are you're not going to be able to understand common normalities. And he did have some diva behavior. So the cop is looking like, bro, we just caught you going like whatever 3 times the speed limit. Like, this is reckless endangerment, and you have a game coming up soon. Once again, like, just clear. Fuck you. I don't care. I do what I want to do. Fuck the law. It means nothing to me because I'm a football player and I mean something. But in reality, you don't really mean, because you're not doing anything to help people, to be honest with you. So police officer tells him, keep your window rolled down. Tyreek said, I ain't rolling shit down. Rolls his window back up. I'm just like, bro. Now, I don't know the specifics of the law, whether you can have your window rolled up, down. I don't know the law in that particular realm. But I'm telling you guys, as a person, if I got jammed up recklessly driving 130 or 150 in a 50, I am doing everything that is necessary to not get my ass even more in trouble. I am Mr. Yes, sir, no, sir. What can I do to make this go away, sir? How can I bribe you? That's what somebody with common sense would do. With common sense and some money, that's what I would be doing. I'll be trying to call my lawyer like, hey, look, I fucked up. I messed up royal. Kyrie still just thinks this is normal. You could tell by the way he's behaving that it doesn't faze him. He's like, whatever, I got a game to go play, man. It's just driving. What do you give me the ticket fine? And that's what I'm saying. The pretentious nature of these athletes, the self-entitled nature of athletes is disgusting. Now, when we look on the cops end, did the cop take it too far? Yeah, he took it a little bit further than it needed to go. It's but at the same token, man. At the same token, I understand why the cop did it. I get it. Like I'm not saying it's correct, but I understand his sentiment and why he decided to stick his knee in Tyreek's back. It's showing that the law can do some shit to him. Because it's like, bro, not only did we catch you going crazy on a fucking freeway or whatever the street, not only that, you also are just disrespectful, not following orders. You're not making my job easier. We have PTSD in the police community because people roll their windows up. You got tinted windows. We don't know what you got in the car. We don't know because clearly you're not intelligent. Like, and this is another thing. It might be Tyreek Hill, but the way he carries himself, the way he looks, it's PTSD ish because, like, once again, when you look at the police officer's job, a lot of times the people that they deal with are loony bins, and a lot of those people that give them the biggest problem happen to be of darker pigmentation. And I'm not saying this is all of them. I'm saying there's also some white people. There's probably some Mexican people. There's a lot of people that do crazy stuff. But on a spectrum, there's a certain type of look that dignifies like improper conduct when it comes to police officers dealing with people. Like there's certain things they look out because once again, you deal with so many human beings, so many bleeping human beings, and you start to categorize them by what they dress and how they look. And the appearances mean a lot. Your appearance is everything in this life. Like, don't get me wrong, like you're working with anything that you do, but people want to see good looking people, or they want to see you dressed in a uniform in a particular way. Because imagine if you come in like, if I'm dressed like this and I say I'm a cop, stop. You're gonna look at me like, who? What? What do you mean you're a cop? But if I come in a uniform, it looks a little bit different. So if you're wearing the uniform of how would you put it? If you're wearing a uniform of somebody who looks like a no gooder or no do gooder, you're gonna be treated as somebody who's going to be looking at somebody that does no good. It's just human nature. Like if I see you wearing a football outfit, I'm going to assume that you play football. If you tell me, oh no, I'm a basketball player, you're wearing a football helmet and shoulder pads, I'm going to be confused. It's like it's just the nature of the game. So that cop put his knee in Tyreek's back, roughed him up. Because once again, it's like, bro, follow the orders. Like they didn't pull you over for no reason. You didn't get pulled over just because you were black driving a car. It's like, no, bro, you were driving recklessly 103 times the fucking speeding limit. You were recklessly driving. So at that point, I'm not saying that they should have used excessive force, but I can understand the use of using excessive force because you were excessively driving and refusing to comply and follow orders. Now, how valid were those laws and orders? I don't know because I'm not a lawyer. I don't study the code of justice or laws. That's not really my shit. Hopefully, we could get an expert that would explain that further. But I'm just saying, if I'm caught driving recklessly, I'm just going to do what the person tells me to do to prevent any further any further complications in my life. I want this to go as smooth as possible. I already got the money to fix it, to pay for it. And just because you have the money, don't be so flippantly brazen and asshole about it. Like you're not, once again, these guys, and this is the thing about football players and like athletes in general, rappers and all these entertainers, you're not really valued in society like a businessman would, because a businessman is actually providing business and he's providing a product or commerce or a service to people that make their lives easy. All you do is you play a game. You play a fucking game, and this game pays you a ridiculous amount of money. So people already off that. It's just like, we don't fuck with you because you did not do it the hard way like the rest of us. You happen to be gifted with genetic superiority, and you got to play a child's game and get paid a ridiculous amount of money for it. And most of these guys, you trick it off and you bleep it off. And so the common man really doesn't have respect for athletes besides them on a fantasy team. Anything outside of that, you're not very much liked within society, and you're not very much valued. You don't provide a lot of value to the common person. So when you walk around with this air of superiority because you get paid a lot of money, it's very low value because a businessman will never put himself in that position for the most part. Businessman will know it's not smart on my behalf to be driving 3 times the speed limit over the fucking speed limit and then not complying with a cop's orders because I don't even know why he didn't want to comply. I really like. They weren't gonna shoot you. They already found out who you are. They knew you were Tyreek Hill. So it's just like, why are you being, bro? Just keep the window open. Save yourself the trouble. And then you gonna have everybody saying, "Oh no, dude, this is excessive force." And imagine they did those body cams, and I'm like, bro, 3 times the speeding limit. three times the speeding limit. That means the speeding limits only go to like 15, 25, 45, 50. Anything over that, you're on the highway. So if he's on the highway, if it's 80 miles per hour, he's going, well, I know in Texas, 80 miles per hour, or 70. 70 times 3 is 210. So if he's going 210 on the fucking highway, then okay, hopefully that's the best case scenario. That's the best case scenario if he's going 210 on the highway. Anything with 50 and below or 45 and below, there's pedestrians. These cars are like very, very easy to like, so one little mess up, you're going off the road, you're killing somebody. You're just gonna, that's why it's called recklessly driving, because it's reckless. And so he chose to be recklessly driving, and so the cop decides to recklessly be an ass with the power. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's as fair as square. Appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you.